Hello everybody, I'm back with another video. How are you guys doing? It's a late night situation. You know how I be doing these late nights with you guys. So yeah, so it was late. You know, I'm washing my hair, hence the towel. Just finished deep conditioning. I'm just rinsing it out. I wanted to share with you guys because I was watching the LisaRaye McCoy with Iyanla Fix My Life. This is her episode on this season, so I wanted to review it with you guys. But before I start, I want to say like, subscribe below, and yes. Okay, so I'm gonna start talking about what I witnessed. Now you see that LisaRaye McCoy had, this is the 3 generations episode. So it's LisaRaye, it's her daughter Kai, and then it's her mother. We're just gonna call her mother Queen Mother. When they get in the house, or they come in, Iyanla say, everybody pick your position, within the family. The grandmother is the Queen Mother, LisaRaye is the Queen, and then the daughter Kai is the Princess. That's all of their positions. I'm not gonna address like specifically play by play what happened. I'm just gonna talk about the parts that I found important to me within the episode. She says that it is the mother's job to establish safety and control of the home. It is the Queen Mother has to kind of oversee everything. She has to be the example. And she says this is 3 generations. It's actually 4 generations because Kai has a daughter. First of all, when we get in the episode, I'm thinking Kai is like in her 20s. I'm thinking Kai gotta be like 22 or something, 23 or something in their 20s, right? No, Kai's 30 years old. And LisaRaye says that, they're all in the house together right now because of COVID. She says, well, my mom came for my granddaughter's birthday party. However, she got stuck with me because of COVID, and I just don't want her to go back home. It's not safe, and she's afraid for her mother. So her mother is living with her, and all of the 3 generations are all living together. So if you guys see me, I'm gonna pause for a minute and say, if you see me constantly looking down, it's because I got my notes. I keep my notes, okay? So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. Kai wants LisaRaye's money, but she doesn't want the job that LisaRaye has. So she's like, I don't necessarily want that job, but I want the money. And LisaRaye calls her lazy. She's like, oh yeah, my daughter, what I can say about my daughter is very lazy. I think she's lazy, and I think she's spoiled. And I spoil her because I was spoiled as well, growing up as a child. And I think like, hey, I came out pretty good. I got spoiled, I got my way, but I came out pretty good. So it may not be nothing, she'll turn out as good as well. And then she talks about how her and her daughter don't see eye to eye. They don't get along very well. And then her daughter talks about being sent off, I believe it was Ohio, to boarding school. Okay, so before we go there, I want to say LisaRaye says that her relationship with her mother is a lot different than her relationship was with her father. She says that she had a wonderful relationship with her father. She's the apple of her father's eye. He calls her, like, they had a great relationship. She can call him whenever, say, hey dad, they got chicken at the school and I want pizza or something. I don't know if that was the exact reference, but she says that they have like a really good relationship, whereas as her mom, she's like, I can never please my mom. I can never make my mother happy. My mother always seems like she gotta broom up her booty. Like, it's nothing's ever gonna work out for her. Nothing's ever gonna make her happy, no matter how hard I try, no matter what I do. This woman is never pleased. And LisaRaye says that it seems like both of them are butting heads, and Iyanla is trying to kind of see what's going on with everybody. What struck me is Iyanla changed clothes, so I'm over here looking like, Miss Iyanla, why you changing clothes? Like, it was a lot of dramaticness for me. Iyanla gonna change her clothes. Iyanla changed clothes, and she says she changed because she doesn't want them to be tempted. Like, I don't want you guys to be tempted to play for the cameras, and I don't want to be tempted to see you guys other than women that are in trouble, So that's why I changed my clothes. And I'm looking like, okay, you could have You could have kept that, boo. You could have kept that. Like, keep your clothes on. I mean, it don't matter what you wear. You are still Iyanla. I guess it just felt like her changing clothes felt very role-playing-ish. Like, this is a serious matter. This is a family that's really in need. But all this changing clothes, I was like, okay, girl. I mean, okay, Iyanla. If you feel like you got to change clothes to connect more with them. I think that's the thing with her and celebrities. A lot of celebrities, it seems like they're putting on a show versus is this who they really are, you know? What strike me as the generations of family, none of the people felt like they were, you know, very dramatic. And I love that. A lot of the times when you get these reality TV shows or actors or whatever, they just come off really like, dramatic. But that was not the case. Lissa Ray was very settled. Her daughter was very settled. Her mother was very settled compared to a lot of the other mothers. I think her mother was, no, Shay Johnson's mom was settled as well. Shay Johnson was the turn up one in the family. But I'm saying that, you know, she was very settled, very chill, very laid back. And I kind of liked how her family was. Her mother kind of had moments where she randomly yelled, and I'm going to get to that. But yeah, for the most part, I liked how her family dynamics was. Nobody disrespected Iyanla. Nobody did the most by Iyanla. You know, it wasn't all of that. Kaya says that, hey, I'm very nonchalant. She says, this is my problem. I'm very nonchalant. And at the beginning, Kaya starts crying because Iyanla starts singing, way in the water, way in the water. And somehow I get deep with, you know, the spirituals as well. I get in my feelings about it too. So I'll be crying about it too. But Kaya just started crying. So when I saw her crying, this was early on before anything really cracked off. I was like, oh, okay. Kai is very sensitive and very emotional. However, that was not the case. Kai wasn't really showing too much of her feelings. She was just very closed-minded. She wasn't really accepting of the experience. She just felt like, man, I'm here because my mama want me to be here. I really don't got nothing to do with their issues, but I'm here. And I wanted her to kind of dig deep and be more, talk about what's going on with you. Talk about your problem. Talk about, like, what's going on with you and your mother, girl. Are y'all getting along? What is the problem? But she just wasn't as, you know, open as the other people was. She wasn't really speaking, and I wanted her to speak a little bit more. So it comes down to Lissa Ray part. So when it comes down to Lissa Ray part, Lissa Ray says, hey, the thing about me is that I have a big heart. You know, I got a big old heart, and I'm like, I try to see the good in people. I try to see, no matter what people do to me, I always try to see the good in people, and I don't try to, you know, let my personal opinions of them, you know, I just try to see the best in everybody. That's my problem. You know, I just see the good in people. And then they asked her mother, like, okay, so where's her cracks? Because I see everybody, you know, when they came to the table, they said, hey, everybody has cracks and everybody has like their good points and their bad points, basically. So they said, Lissa Ray said her big points is she got a big heart. Her mom cracks. They asked her mom, what are her cracks? Her mom says her anger. I say her anger. Because right off, her mother was just yelling. Like, her mother started yelling like, and everybody's not telling the truth. Iyanla was like, wait a minute, mama. Had to pull her aside and talk to her. And that's when they came up with that exercise as far as everybody, you know, having cracks. And everybody good points is bad points. So Lissa Ray will say her good points. Somebody else will say bad points. Her cracks, her mother said her cracks was her anger. Iyanla was like, okay, so do you associate anger with sadness, or is that what you're saying is anger? Maybe it's anger to you, but it's really sadness. And she was like, no, I know sad. I'll sit up in my room and I'll talk to somebody. That's sad. But, you know, she has a lot of anger issues. You know, they treat me some type of way. So I just don't want to mess with nobody. I don't want to start nothing with nobody. So I just stay in my little place, stay in my little zone, not to create issues between her and her daughter. So Iyanla was like, so their experience is based on how you feel. And she was like, okay, but then that's not them. That's how you feel. So because you feel uncomfortable, because you don't like how it's going in the house, you just assume that, hey, they're angry with you. But that's not the case. That's just how you feel, you know? Lissa Ray is the only child. Now, I know Lissa Ray and the Brat are sisters. So that just got me, oh, okay, so they got same daddies, different mamas. Good. Okay, I understand. And this is her mom's only daughter. Her mom's like, listen, I want that relationship. She's my only girl, you know? And I want that relationship. I may be all over, but I'm just trying to cover the bases and talk about, you know, what happened in the episode. So earlier in the episode, Lissa Ray's mom was yelling, right? So she's yelling or whatever. She's like, they're ungrateful. She's like, now when she says this, they're like, what's the issue? Like, why are you yelling or whatever? She said, I yell when I feel the spirit. When the spirit hit me, I yell. And I feel like, you know, people need to be honest here. That's why Iyanla had to take her to the side. Like, listen, Miss Lady, calm down. Because she was just really turned. And I think what stuck out in the episode was Lissa Ray mom, when she discussed what happened with her. So Lissa Ray mom is from Louisiana. She said she left Louisiana because she hated picking cotton, and she wanted a better life for her family, you know. So she left Louisiana, and that's how she met Lissa Ray's father. But she said that her mother had 13 kids, and she was the 7th child, and she took care of everybody. She had the burdens of taking everybody. She married, you know, to Lissa Ray's father, who had a lot of money, who was very wealthy and took care of her. And she didn't have no education. So she said when she got with him, she didn't have no education, and she just kind of got with him because he was wealthy and he could take care of her. And, you know, she stayed with him. Lissa Ray's father beat her with a clothes hanger. Throughout their relationship, they were very in a very toxic relationship. He was very abusive. He used to beat her with a clothes hanger, and there's a lot of hurt there. You know, he abused her, and she took it, and she stayed there. And she said she took it for her kids. You know, I took the abuse for my children. I wanted a better life for them, and I wanted them to, you know, be doing good. And I knew that I did not have the finances to have them doing good or being in a better light, you know. When Lissa Ray's father passed, nobody asked her how was she coming along since he passed. She's like, well, Lissa Ray never calls me and asked me how I was feeling about the situation. I was married to him, and I took the beatings, I took the pain, I took all of that, you know, to make you guys better, to love you, care for you, and nobody really checked on me. Nobody cared about me. And Iyanla said, you know, it's not her job. It is not Lissa's job, you know, to check on you, you know. She was too busy mourning the loss of her father. Then they asked her, they said, hey, how did he pass? What happened? You know, how did he pass? She was like, well, one of his girlfriends shot him. And she was like, one of his girlfriends, so you knew he was still married to you? She's like, yeah, he was still married to me. And even through our marriage, he had 5, 6, sometimes girlfriends, and that's just how it was. He said he had several women that he would be with and that be in a relationship with. So Miss E was like, then why did you stay? She was like, well, I didn't know no better. And Miss E was like, no. You have to take responsibility for your part in it. Why did you stay with that man knowing that he had multiple women? You could have done better. So I didn't know no better. No excuse. You have to think about it. Why put yourself through that? If you knew you was not loved, you knew this man was not gonna do right by you, you knew this man wasn't gonna have your back, why did you stay? And Iyanla was like, you're bitter. You bitter. And you know, you have to find yourself. A lot of the things and within you and your daughter's relationship, it comes from you. You are the problem. You are holding these high standards when nobody is supposed to be taking care of you, or nobody, not even taken care of. Nobody's supposed to be held responsible for your failures and the decisions that you made. And what I took from the episode is that, like, men really hurt women. I think about the Braxton Family Values, Evelyn, Tamar's mom, and how she still harbors feelings and wounds from when the father broke her heart. These men really be hurting these older women and putting them through everything, and they stay with that hurt for a very long time and get old, and then they resent their kids and hold back their kids. And I think about, like, me as a mother, and it hit a nerve with me. You can't hold other people responsible for your decisions. You make your decision, you got to stand in your decision and know that there are going to be consequences for your decisions. And when they don't turn out the way you want to, you can't hold nobody responsible for but yourself. And I think that was something big in this episode. You know, these women held other people accountable for actions that they made. This is your actions. You made these actions. You acted this way. You did this. It was you. You can't now, because you're not able to take accountability for your actions, be mad at everybody else.